Alyssa.
And I'm Miss Teresa.
And welcome back to our April What's New in Kids books. So we're going to jump right in. We have a couple of board books and picture books to start out with. So our first board book is Baseball Baby by Diane Adams. And obviously it's about a baby who's learning about baseball. So how to catch, how to stretch, how to throw. Really cute pictures. Really sturdy too, so the young ones can hold it while you read to them.
And then we have Bubbles by Ben Clayton, and this is a Narwhal and Jelly board book. So if you've read any of their books before, then you will recognize Narwhal and Jelly, and it's just a book about them learning all about bubbles and really cute illustrations. Look at those.
Narwhal and Jelly are always cute.
Yeah, really fun.
Always a good choice. So now into picture books. Our first one is Eyes That Kiss in the Corners by Joanna Ho and illustrated by Zhang Ho. So this one, has beautiful pictures, as always. But it's about a girl who realizes that her eyes look different from her friends, but she also realizes that her eyes kiss in the corners and glow like warm tea, crinkle into crescent moons, and are filled with stories of the past and hope for the future. And then there's some really pretty pictures I just wanted to show.
Yeah.
It's
really nice.
I know, I have to show them all. They're just so pretty. Really cool.
And then we have Stella's Stellar Hair by Yesenia Moises. And this right here is a story about Stella and her family, and they go on a cosmic adventure where they learn that hair comes in all shapes and sizes. And so the illustration shows all different types of hair styles.
I love the colors in this one. The color palette is awesome, neon.
Rainbows. So if you guys like space and hair and bright colors, then you're gonna love this book.
It's very cute. And the next one is A New Day, written by Brad Meltzer and illustrated by one of our favorites, Dan Santab. So this reminds me of the movie Inside Out with all the different emotions, but this is the days of the week. And Sunday feels she's being taken for granted and she quits, so they have to hold a audition for a new day instead of Sunday. So there's cool days like unicorns with flashlights for Horns Day, Superhero Day.
Is there a candy day?
There's a can day. There's a lot of cute ones in here. A lot of cute. Oh, there's can day. Awesome.
And then we have Oona by New York Times bestselling author Kelly DiPucchio. And so this right here is about Oona, who lives in the sea and has a lot of cool sea creature friends, and she is trying to find a treasure. So she's going to use her brains and her friends to help her get that treasure, even if she has to go against some really scary things.
Like a hammerhead shark.
Yep.
There's a cute otter that follows her around.
So, but this is beautiful too. Lots of really fun illustrations for this, for the beach and underwater.
Yeah.
And so you'll have to read it and find out if she finds her treasure.
Okay, so that's it for board books and picture books.
Okay, and so now we're gonna do I Can Reads and In-Betweens. And our first one is Amelia Bedelia Steps Out by Herman Parish.
Classic.
And this one right here is about Amelia Bedelia and her mother, and they are going shopping for new shoes. And this one right here is a beginning reading level 1.
It's like a new branding for Amelia Bedelia, which everyone knows. So our second one is featuring characters from Raya and the Last Dragon, which is a new Disney Pixar release. It's called Raya's Team. It's also a step 1. So it's simple sentences, and it just kind of introduces you to all the characters from Raya and the Last Dragon, which I think everyone wants to see what Raya and Tuk Tuk look like up close. So really easy, really simple.
Familiar words in it.
Familiar characters.
And then if you guys like DreamWorks Dragons Rescue Riders, then you're gonna like this one. This is The Mystery of the Dragon Eggs. This is also a level reading 1, and this one is about Dak and Layla, and they ask their friends, the dragons, to guard some dragon eggs for them. So that's gonna be really fun, and you have all of your favorite characters in there.
Cute
dragons. All the fun dragons, yeah.
Who doesn't like dragons? And our last one is a reading step 3. It is a Batman DC comic for kids. It is about Batman and Catwoman teaming up to track down a wicked copycat. That's why it's called Copycat. Great for both boys and girls because you got Batman and Catwoman.
Ooh, fun.
And who doesn't like reading about Batman. Batman, superheroes. Doesn't matter, right?
Okay, and then now we're on to our in-betweens. And our first one is Little Goddess Girls, Persephone and the Evil Queen. And this is by Joan, Holub, and Suzanne Williams. And so in this series, you're gonna join Athena, Persephone, Aphrodite, and Artemis as they have big adventures on magical Mount Olympus. And so that's gonna be an easy chapter book for kids to start reading.
Cool introduction to Greek mythology.
Yes.
And then we have a Pixie Tricks, which is part of a series. This one is The Greedy Gremlin. So this here, Violet has just found out that fairies are real. She's ready to help her new friend Sprite send more tricky pixies back to the otherworld.
Sounds interesting.
Pretty cool.
Okay, and this one that I think is really cool, it's called The Doll in the Hall and Other Scary Stories. And this is by Max Brallier. And this is a Mr. Shivers series. So listen to this. Get ready for your skin to crawl. Why is there a doll in the hall? What is making the rabbits mad? Who is hiding in the pumpkin patch? Find out in these 5 scary stories. So really creepy for those young readers that are just learning how to read, but super fun for the older kids to read as well.
Yeah, we read them. They're not scary. They are a little creepy though.
Yeah. Okay, and that is it. Okay, and now we're going to be doing graphic novels and nonfiction.
So our first graphic novel is a graphic novelization of Lauren Tarshis's best-selling series, I Survived the Nazi Invasion of 1944, and this has been adapted by Georgia Ball. So this is for older readers. It is a children's fiction, and this is now a comic-sized version. It's a series that takes place in Nazi Germany during World War II. But it is really cool that these are being turned into graphic novels.
Yeah, very popular series.
Yes.
Okay, and then we have Mr. Corbett is in Orbit by Dan Gutman. And so if you guys like the in-between series of My Weird School, this is now the graphic novel version of it. And so this is about AJ and his friends, and they go to NASA for a field trip. But their tour guide, Mr. Corbett, is a total space cadet. So what happens when AJ accidentally launches the whole class into outer space? So if you like space and finding out about weird teachers, then you'll love this one. And the illustrations are fun too.
Everyone's had a weird teacher, right?
Very brightly colored.
And our last graphic novel pick is Simon and Chester's Super Detective. So you might recognize Simon and Chester from their picture book. Now they have been turned into a graphic novel series where they become detectives, and this, I'm really excited about this one. It is really cute. It's really funny for both adults and kids.
We'll really enjoy it.
Yeah, a lot of Sherlock Holmes jokes, ghost jokes.
If you like pugs.
Humor, pugs, the dog pugs. Really cool. I think another one's on the way too. That's a really good one.
Okay, and then so for our nonfiction, we have Mars, Earthlings Welcome by Stacey McNulty. And this right here is a book all about the planet Mars and has some really fun illustrations that explain some really great facts about Mars. Everything you want to know about the 4th planet. Right there.
It's pretty punny.
And why, why it's a party planet. It's really cute. I love this one.
And this is part of a series as well.
Yes, it is.
Next nonfiction is another series. It's the What If You Could series. This one is What If You Could Spy Like a Narwhal by Sandra Markle. Explore the superpowers of amazing animals. So it has some really cool pictures, as always, and some really different animals. What's this one? I don't even know what this one is. It's a hairy frog. Hairy frog, that's exactly what it's called. Electric eels, and alpine ibex, and all these cool facts about these animals. So it's pictures and photographs.
And then we have another one about the Great Bear Rescue, Saving the Gobi Bears, and this is by Sandra Markle. And this right here is all about gobi bears and how they're considered a national treasure in Mongolia. And then you can learn about how people are working together to help this endangered species. And so this has some really great photos of bears and some really good, interesting facts all throughout it.
It's a really good year for Sandra Merkel.
Oh yeah.
2 books. And our last one is If Bees Disappeared by Lily Williams. Really awesome pictures. This is about bees, obviously, and what would happen if bees disappeared completely. This explores how such a loss would affect not just the bees' environment, but the world as a whole. And
really cool illustrations.
Really cool pictures. A really nice way to introduce your kids to information about bees and why we should be nice to them. Especially if you want to keep the honey coming.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, last but not least is our choices for children's fiction, starting with
Unplugged by Gordon Corman. And this is a really cool book about Jet, who's the spoiled son of a billionaire. And one day his dad drops him off in the middle of the Arkansas wilderness. He's forced to give up his cell phone, eat some veggies, and participate with other kids on really wholesome activities.
Ew.
Yeah, at first he really doesn't like it, but then he starts enjoying his time at this place called the Oasis. But then he noticed that the adults in the Oasis are acting really strange, and he's gonna go find out what's happening.
Intriguing.
Yeah.
And our second pick is actually the final in a series, The Unwanted's Quests. There's a whole series about the Unwanteds, and this is the second series, The Unwanted's Quests, book 7. And just a little clip, it's, as the greatest army ever assembled in the 7 islands flies to the land of the dragons, everyone's mind is haunted by the same thoughts. Thisbe Stowe betrayed them all. Sounds pretty good. And that's by Lisa McMahon.
And then we have The Sea in Winter by Christine Day. And this is about Macy Cannon, who's a ballerina, but she just had a knee injury. And the knee injury is not her only problem. Macy has been irritable towards her loved ones lately, and she can't explain why. So this book is about a girl struggling to find her joy again and the family who will protect her no matter what happens.
Sounds very heartwarming.
Yeah.
Probably sad, a little sad. And our last choice is The Comeback by E.L. Shen. Really pretty cover. So this is about 12-year-old Maxine Chen, who was just trying to nail that perfect landing on the ice, in middle school, and at home. But then a bully at school starts teasing Maxine about her Chinese heritage, leaving her stunned and speechless. So this explores if she's able to confront these unexpected obstacles. Will she crash under the pressure, or can she power her way to a comeback?
Very inspirational.
Yes, really awesome. And that's all the choices we have today. Please join us next month for even more great choices and great reads with us. We'll see you later.
Bye.
Bye.